Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time here, then thank you very much. Hope you enjoy it. If you've already seen this content before, then thank you for stopping by again. Please hit the like and subscribe button to help with the algorithms. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I just want to set out a disclaimer here. This channel's not a semen retention channel, but it's something that I feel that I should talk about. I'll give you a second. I feel it's something I should talk about. The reason being is because it's a very strong spiritual practice. But as I said, the disclaimer is, don't start saying to everyone about the number of days you're on. Remember that semen retention is a lifestyle, and if you choose to do it for 6 months, choose to do it for a year, you could even choose to do it for 30 days. But realistically, it's a lifestyle, semen retention. And what you should recognize, one of the signs that you're practicing it from it, is that you start to realize that you don't crave to ejaculate now. You don't crave to do that. And it should carry on into the dynamics of even a relationship. That even if you got into a relationship with someone, then at least at the beginning it's not purely just down to sex. It's purely based on the chemistry you share and stuff like that. And realistically speaking, I'm going a bit ahead, but no, I'll carry on. Realistically speaking, even if you was to get into a relationship, the whole dynamics are wrong in this day and age. Men go and sleep with women to basically bust their nut, and it's wrong. What it should be is, it should be the fact that you want to please the woman. It shouldn't be the fact that you're just trying to sleep with them to ejaculate. Or if people watch these websites and stuff, basically the art of semen retention is a spiritual practice that, hold on, let the cars go past. It's a spiritual practice that takes discipline. You will mess up and stuff like that. That's why I say don't bother even counting the days. From the day one you start to decide to do it, it's a lifestyle. And it doesn't mean just because you practice it that you can't be around the other female and stuff like that, because there's ways that you can practice being intimate and you do a dry ejaculation. You're able to build up your pelvic floor muscles and you're able to basically orgasm but not release. And this is what, basically, the longer you do semen retention, you'll start to say to yourself, wow, it's a waste, because you've got to transmute your energy as well. So if you're transmuting your energy into your craft, it could be anything. It could be putting your beats on SoundCloud. It could be writing a book. It could be, I'm just picking out things here. It could be anything that you're doing. It could even be your job. You're focusing on your job to develop in that area and stuff. Just use the extra energy you have and utilize it into achieving your goals, because it's a long journey. That's the thing. You've got to actually detox. You go through a complete cycle, and it could even take a few years for you to really start to reap the fruits of your labor, because you'll break from the fact that you start to become like that. If a female is to be in your life, that you want to strip down her mind first. You don't even want to strip the body down and be intimate. You want to strip the mind down first, and you want to know what's beneath the hood, or what's beneath the surface, yeah? And you want to know that she's devout, she's submissive, she's of what a true queen should be like. Because for a true king to shine, a queen has taught him that as well. There's lessons that you can learn from a woman. And what I'm saying is all of these gurus out there, they say, yeah, the benefits, the sexual attraction, all of that, throw it out the window. Throw all of that out the window. You're meant to be practicing it, number one, for yourself. Number two, you could be doing it to please God or the universe, or you could be using it for that. And what I'm saying is, you'll fall into situations where you're tempted, you're this, you're that. But that's why I always say, like, don't just focus on the looks. Looks and attraction is number one with what we're interested in. But also look for, you've got to have that glint in your eye. You've got to have that spark of attraction, yeah? But also look for what's beneath the surface. So think about it. If you met someone and then you said, all right, let me meet them for a coffee or whatever like that, and you talk. And then when you finally be intimate with her, you can please her in other ways, that even if you was practicing your semen retention still. And then the point is not having sex every day. Like, do you know how much of a shock that is for a woman? It will make her be submissive. It will make her say she wants to be with you. She'll truly appreciate it when you sleep with her. Not just like every day you're busting a nut and then she's like, oh wow, like you make her want it. You make her need it. And you do that by restraining from it and breaking out of that orgasm cycle, because it's merely a dopamine rush. It's the same as doing a line of cocaine or some other these other forms of dopamine release. Even scrolling through your social media, they're all dopamine releases. And hold on, it's a bit noisy there, let me move back. It's they're all dopamine releases, and it's the same chemical within our brain that is releasing. So one of the main things is, especially if break from the porn, if you're watching porn, break from that, because that turns you into a person that, like, what they call a cuckold. It does secretly, subliminally turn you into a cuckold. Like, I'm not laughing, but it does. It makes you sit there and pleasure yourself off other people pleasuring each other. It makes you be one of those guys that sits in the corner of the room and like watches his wife get dug out. Like, that's where secretly the Jewish porno industry, not Jewish, Zionist, yeah, the Zionist porno industry is making people be like that, yeah, and it makes you turn into some sick, crazy stuff. Like, you'll watch some sick, crazy, twisted stuff. People watching things with animals, with children, with all of this, and it all starts. You think that person would have started watching the CP if he just naturally met someone and didn't watch that stuff? He wouldn't have got involved in it. It's the devil. It's the devil. So number one thing is, if you're watching that stuff, break that. Yeah, break that. Yeah, and number two is take a step back. Like, you've got to stop feeling like you know the power of saying to someone, you're in a room full of people and you say, they're like, oh yeah, I've been with this many birds this weekend, I've done this and that, I've done this and that, Jack the Lad sort of style, yeah? They're all, you know what I mean? And even if it's in another dynamics, like a hood dynamics, yeah, man's boss, bare things, man's got this piff thing and that, and you hear all this talk, and then you say to them, I'm practicing celibacy. Own it. Be proud of it. say, I'm practicing celibacy, I'm practicing semen retention, they'll say, what? They don't understand because they're locked in the thing. And the thing is, if you come across this video, you're already more awake than majority of the things. If you're even considering to practice semen retention, you're already more awake than most of the people, man. That's what I'm saying. And by us abstaining from sex, we really do utilize our power, because all it is a dopamine rush you're getting released into. And also, basically, your brain secretly thinks you're populating. Your brain thinks you're populating the earth. So your brain's like, oh, my job's done here. I'm populating the earth. I've had loads of children. I'm reproducing. So think about it. If you nurture your seed and you say, I'm going to meet a queen, like a real queen, someone that we get chemistry with and stuff like that, and you preserve your seed to that point that you meet her, and then when you meet her, you break down that you've been on this journey. Like, you can get girls. Don't think you can't. Anyone can just go and be with someone. Certain people just go and pay for it. You can just go, you can be with someone. You could go to a club Friday night and you could get someone. And the point is, when you don't want it and you're not looking for it, it will just come to you. That's the mad thing. So over these journeys, over these years, you learn that it's easy to have it and you don't even want it anymore. You don't even want it because you love the power that it brings you. You know what I'm saying? If you accidentally relapse, you're going to be so, like, distraught. But what I'll say to you is, don't worry about relapsing. It's a lifestyle choice that you're doing, and practice it, like, from day one that you do it till day whatever infinity. It doesn't matter. It's a lifestyle. So it doesn't matter if you do relapse. Just say, no, I'm jumping back on this lifestyle. I haven't lost all my benefits. I don't lose all my benefits from practicing this, because you've already reaped all the benefits from over a course of time. But what I'll say is, it's a lifestyle and a mindset. So when you have your lifestyle and a mindset on that thing, once you're into 3 months, say, yeah, you'll start to notice. But the point is you can waste this energy too. You can just dissipate, if that's the right word. You can just dissipate and go through a period of time when you're retaining and you're not really doing nothing. But at the same time, if you're studying, even if it's watching these YouTube videos, you're studying stuff, you're learning, you're thinking outside the box, then it's not wasted time. Don't think you have to be out here day one, writing your book, going to the gym. Like, do it all in bits and bobs. And also the gym, by going every day to the gym and stuff, it's actually causing a restraint on you. You should use it to express yourself, like, a few times a week, and you'll still improve. You'll still see results. Like, so, and that's what I'm saying. What's the main? You got to set your goal. And, like, I'll just give you an example. Like, my goal is to achieve certain goals in different areas. Yeah, it can be business related. It can be creativity related. It can be, so that's my areas. I've got several areas that I need to work on. Yeah. And even me sharing the love now is through this message. And like I said to you, it's the Zionist industry that created the porno industry. Yeah. The Zionist industry that practice Kabbalah and they practice these kinds of witchcraft that is turning them around the world into cuckolds. And then they don't understand why, when they're with a woman, finally, they've got erectile dysfunction, and they don't even enjoy it as much as sitting there watching some porn. Like, there's guys out there that is all watching. Like, I ain't gonna judge you on what you're watching, but people is watching tranny stuff. They're watching dogs. People is watching some sick, twisted stuff, and it poisons the mind. It scars the mind when you watch that stuff. And you've got to look into the dynamics of it, yeah? Like, there's certain fetishes that people have, and it's basically a result of some trauma or something that happened in your childhood, yeah? I'll give you one example. People that is attracted to feet and stuff like that, that's as a result of being left on the floor as you're a baby. By you being left on the floor as you're a baby, the only attention you got was going towards the feet. Yeah? There's ones with, I'll say another one, there's ones with BDSM that are into BDSM. It's certain maybe abusive relationships or stuff that happened as a child, it then rolls over into that. So you can, if you study the reason why you've got these obsessions, you just find out, man. The internet's there, there's books there, you can find out why you have these sort of obsessions, and you can study it and see why you're into that, and then basically you break from it, so you won't even have that. Once you know the reason why, you'll say, wow, that's why it was, don't even like that anymore. And I've gone off topic here, but I don't really mind, because it's all part of the same core message that I was trying to deliver. Just don't count the days, yeah? It's a lifestyle. So from day one to day whatever, it's a lifestyle. And you will notice these benefits, but just don't follow the herd, and you'll see how practicing it over a period of time. Look, what I'm saying is, you may only need to do it for a couple of years or a year. Don't feel life's running out too late. You can easily, everyone can do it. It doesn't matter who you are, yeah? You put on some new clothes, there's someone out there that you could easily be with. But don't be desperate. Set the bar higher. Aim for a certain value of woman. Aim for a certain person that you're trying to attract, yeah? And basically, while you're building yourself, your queen's out there being built. That's another topic for another video. I might come with that. All right, look, do you know what? Let me leave it there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. Like and subscribe. Help your brother out. Peace, you lot. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.